Hello, beloveds. I'm just like, wow, what a full house we have here. Yeah, just like, I don't know what I'm going to say tonight. I'm like really overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, but I'm trying to keep the feet on the ground. So, boop, boop, Millie, Christine, PG, of course. Victor, thank you. Wow. I'm sure Grace will pop in just now. If she doesn't, she's here. Of course she's there. She's like, such a full house, guys. I'm like so overwhelmed. Oh, anyway, thank you. What an incredible journey. I haven't slept much, so, but that's not, I mean, it's like, okay, I don't know where we're going. So let's just go. I did kind of have a plan, but it's about plans, you know, it was my saying for a long time. Do you want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. So as we stand, I'm going to start with a prayer to Ganesha because this is actually about Ganesha right now today. I have been dipping and diving all over the place, but let's just ground a little bit. As we know, we're surrounding PG in the most incredible love, and we're just walking. Some very interesting, crazy little story right now, which is just like not of this earth. It's totally out there. However, we're walking it in reality right now, which is really interesting. So, what a week. Bless all of us that we are all just changing and turning and being blessed by so much of this beautiful blue light that Victor holds. Everybody, I can feel we've like just shifted, and we're going to shift again, and we're going to shift again, and we're going to shift again. So we're so brave. We're all so brave, but none so brave as PG out there, who, if you remember a little while ago, I just saw him walking out into nothing. I'm having so many visions and so much going on in my head. And it's like a whole new world that's been created inside here. With incredible dreams at the moment. Of oneness. It's like, I think what we all, it's so really possible. PG and I just do like this, really, we're really in each other's headspace a lot of the time. On such an incredibly powerful and beautiful and unreal and real level. So, so off we step. And yeah, we pass the torch, and he's so brave. Isn't he brave? I don't know why these images came up here today, but that was fine because I was looking for something, and that just seemed the right thing. So we'll pop in there. So, because blessed Shiva loves aromas, and he holds the aromas, we like this beautiful space. Oh no, we're not going to. Oh yes, we are. This is a very interesting lighter. It's bright green and it holds, I have a pile of lighters with various colors. Yeah, it's so very interesting. I won't tell you about it now. So we bring in this incredible sacredness of the space. We bring in the divas and the elementals and the nature spirits and the clouds and the rain and the sacred waters and the sacred breath of life and the sacred journey and the sacred opening and our sacred courage. And we thank you for these immense and enormous blessings and sanctify this space here, there, around the world, anyway, with so much love and so much adoration and so much dedication. And so be it, so be it, so be it. So I will most probably just jump all over the place, but you'll understand. I was just thinking, I mean, we've got the world covered right now. We've got PG off in Hawaii, and we've got Grace going off to Australia. I'm here in Germany, holding my feet here. We've got so much happening in Canada. Just a beautiful Lindsay. We've got like such an amazing team. Wherever victories. And Josh. Oh God, love Josh. Josh, love you so much. So we all just like, it's just been so orchestrated so beautifully by the universe. And yesterday we had a really interesting time here. I also have my amazing boo who flies in my window every now and again. He's real. He helped me a lot in South Africa. And yeah, I carry him around with me all the time. And I lit a candle last night at some time, just for PG and this whole energy and where it's going. And I didn't be able to take a picture of it, but I have never ever seen such huge. They were huge. They were like these plasma balls, but reality, guys. Like just dancing and dancing and dancing and just like weaving in this huge ball of light. And I went away and then it had stopped, and I just knew this was my boo. Like, his real name is Daddy, and he's this beautiful Nigerian man. So I won't even tell you because people have wrong ideas, but it's just the Ken and Barbie show. Yeah, makes stuff happen. I'll tell you about, but that's why I know so much about so much, and he makes a lot of things happen. Just he comes from a space. Actually, they don't in Nigeria with his village. They don't write because the word is too holy and too powerful to be put into writing. So they sing. They masters. They are a lot of keepers of the music. And it was so interesting. One day I was like sitting in his car, and there was this song. I don't know what it was, but it sounded just like Eminem. And I said to him, "What are you playing? Where's this music from?" He just looked at me with this huge grin, and he says, "This is from my village, ma." So, this is where the music is, and this is just protecting the ancient sites, because this is like huge big. I did actually pulled a few cards, not only pulled 2 cards today, but one was my orb card, which I can't see at all, which was the Archangel Michael and Perlimic. I mean, it's got such a cute name, Perlimic. They are the angel of nature with elementals. I've been called like a little while, a couple of days ago, that long ago, but to really just work with earth magic and elementals and with trees. And if you've been around here a while, you know that that's very much what Ganesha holds as well. So, an interesting little journey with Ganesha. Have I rung the bells yet? I don't know. So we'll just do it again anyway. And the very sacred words are Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om, the divine goddess of compassion. May she just surround us and may her light shine so brightly, and her caress just enfold all of us in her beautiful love. Whoop, whoop. So I'm just like, my house is very full. 33 codes, blueprint for the new earth. But we do our own thing, and this is what's really important, that we are just such a unique little tribe. We're just our tribe. And Mary Wynn's here, and Grace, thank you so much. You always, and he, oh, oh wow, we need some help in Jamaica. There was something I read about Jamaica. Oh, it was like a whole, God, I did a deep dive in cocaine today. Not it, but fucking hell. Anyway, well, thank you for 3 con. I know, Grace, it's big. You can do this. And yeah. But Grace is going next week. I'd love to do a live. Maybe you can do a live tomorrow. I like it. You see, I mean, this stuff, we are just like so tuning, and we've got the magical 7. Hey, PG, we've got this, this is like, it's a very powerful number. It's, yeah, it's the number of magic. And I had a book, I gave it to the Chinese. I had a book for many years, it was called 777. Everybody's onto that, or the other one, and it was called 777. And beautifully illustrated, but it is moving through into the space where we are now, into the space of meditation and connecting, and let all that shit just be behind us. Yeah, it was like with a lot of quotes by Osho and Gurdjieff and some Bible stuff. Anyway, if anybody ever sees it in Buddha, 777 is actually the most amazing book. So yeah, we're just really stepping out into nowhere again, which is really cool. But I want to just also say, I went for a walk just now, since I'm going to jump all over the place because it's like, was just so, I didn't ask for a sign. I sort of thought, well, because I've made this beautiful little space here for us and for PG. So he doesn't need help. He just needs love. As he goes off on his magical mystery tour. And I just thought, well, maybe I'll find something to add to it. We'll see something. And when I got outside, there were a couple of little pink clouds, and I thought, oh, thank you, universe. I didn't have my camera with me. So thank you, universe, for the pink clouds. I needed that because for me, it's like the manifestation of all this love that I keep putting out. And it's like the universe is just like saying, I've got your love. And it pours down this rose quartz love back at me. Or at us, not at me, at us. So it's kind of like, we all need some kind of validation. And then I looked again, and it actually was like this huge whale. It's like a couple of little pink, black, shining little islands. And then I thought, no. It could be a whale, but it could also be like the images that we've been getting of 3-eye atlas, which just kind of, I don't want to get blown away by. So it was like, it's a whale. It's okay. That's like seriously interesting. And carried on with my walk with Yuki, blah blah blah. Obviously, just looking at this thing as it kind of disintegrated, but it was there for a long time. This huge whale atlas thing in the sky with a couple of little pink clouds, and very practical stuff. We got to the rubbish bin, we threw the poo bag away, we turned around, and as I turned around, there was the car, the little road that I was going to go down, and it had a PG number plate. And the next car was a little, we don't get many cars. And the next car was a little red car with a double X number plate. And okay, the universe is definitely a blessing. Thank you for that. And then I'm walking, and to the right of me, there are 2 clouds in the sky. And you don't notice that something's wrong with it at first. And then it's like, that is so weird. That's exactly like if you take Photoshop and you take a picture of something and then you flip it. Those like what do they call them? The Rausch, I know the Rausch test, the ink blot tests, were these two perfect mirror images. They weren't pink, they were just grey, nothing exciting, but perfect images. So I do need to remember to take my camera with me because lots of things are starting to sparkle. So I did take a picture of the candle last night, but we didn't get all that, but we did get this huge, amazing orb with this little heart of bright green in it. So yeah, so I'm just wishing we're just all tuning into this. So as I said, I'm not quite sure where we're going, so I just want to read the story. The beautiful Lakeside Puma. Oh, it's a good-looking snake, isn't that tiny? It's so handsome. It was quite a while ago. Well, it's a surprise, PG. You should know with me, it'll always be a surprise. When is okay, let me put it up big. There's some others with that we were working with this a while ago. You know, sometimes I don't, and it even looks like him, doesn't it, just? Hey? This was, oh, it's so beautiful. This was part of that whole journey with the note, the beginning, in a way, I think, with the no. I'm not sure what's going to come up here. Yeah. The God, and these were old, what's behind there? So I'll keep that. Oh, there was that. Oh, God. Oh, God, and then I've got Nina Hagen singing Over the Rainbow. So, you know what? This is just, these are little, look at all that water. Ah, so just enjoy this journey. It's actually in a file called Ganesha, I think. Yeah. We actually worked here. These I think these are just good for all of us to know where we are and who we are and what we're holding and what we've created and where we're going, because we don't know, but we do know. And oh, this is like such a surprise. This is like a surprise movie. All these little forest creatures. Oh, golly, look at Ganesha. Oh my God, it's like a Jesus. This crown of like fabulous stuff. Wow. Okay. Are you enjoying the show, guys? It's a surprise for me. I kind of forgot, and I wanted to do these. What was we were working with? It was like, and I said we didn't want it. It was trauma. They were cutting out trauma quickly. So, new birthing. I also I shared it with PG. I had this interesting shadow on. Okay, I do have a globe, a cut-out globe on my table, but it was like, oh my God, there's this whole world on my ceiling in a shadow from the candle, and it's just, I think, with protecting the sites, however you see them, the real big shadow work, or for many of us now, not all, but for many of us, the only shadow work we need to really be doing now is earth. And yeah, you know, just lots of stuff is just like vomiting up all over the place. As I said, you don't need to jump down rabbit holes. They just like bloop, bloop, bloop. Really, people that are waking up now, I don't know how they're going to cope with some of this information. Mirror work. The mirror. These had amazing names. Wow. So this is wow. Sorry, this is so wow for me. Rainbow bells. Wow. Oh, Kali, where is this? It's the lady in the house. Hey, Millie. I do the fire eating, but anybody else is welcome to. This is also the fire eater. I'm not going to leave it up too long, but because it was something, it was the Sacred 13 Oracle. Yeah, it was a lot of my Nomo stuff. So I know. Thank you, Grace, for your beautiful work. Oh, this was so beautiful. This was the Nagas. I'll get to that just now. And these are the a lot of like part of the statues that were in Africa. So BG is really going out with a lot of like new stuff too. I mean, he knows what he's doing. But this is my interpretation of a gun. I think PG had also somewhere done something very similar. I'd really like gone down this whole road where I was like working with, PG is called Ganapati. Ganesha is not called Lord of the Elephants, he's called Lord of the Ganas. And the Ganas are beings from they Shiva's friends, they Shiva's buddies. But they don't really have form. They don't have bones. They are the divas and all the elementals. And they're the misfits and part of the creations that didn't make it. So he holds all these crazy things. So Ganesha managed to tame them. Well, they couldn't defeat him. I'm going to read the story that I found of Ganesha because it's just so beautiful for today. So this is for me what the Ganas are. So we know that PG's done a lot of this work as well, definitely. Oh, my Shiva. It's going to get very intimate. Oh, this was Ganesha too, with his Ganas and his elementals. So I know we're all starting to see them lots more. I'm so excited for all of us. So I'm just like being so blessed to see so much of this stuff manifesting in reality right now, which is a little trippy. I think Ganesha looks like bubbled. This is like, oh yeah, the sacred dance. Just get the energy. I don't really have words. I know it was a lot of like Ganesha. It's always Ganesha with me. Not always, but almost always. I'm just so privileged and so blessed to have dived into this beautiful energy. Oh, some fractals for you, PG. And off he goes. Ta-da! Ganesha, pretty in pink. Oh, it's Ganesha. Wings. Kind of got tripped out of the garden. So usually, yes, we are bringing in another one actually. I'm making him. So I'm going to like read this because and then I'm going to tell you something. Got these other bejeweled things. What else do we have here that I should maybe show us? Did we do this? Oh, right. Sorry, I did this earlier and then I started crying. Now I don't know why backwards. Love you so much, PG. So I'm going to, just because we did do a little tip into Ganesha here, and I do want to bring in a little prayer of safe passage in new creation from beloved Ganesha. So Om Shri Ganapati Namaha. Om Shri Ganapati. Om Shri Ganapati. Beloved Lord of Thresholds, Keeper of the Golden Gate, you who dance at the edge of endings and beginnings, open the pathway of light before us. Clear the stones from the road of our becoming. Lift from our hearts the weight of old sorrows. With your gentle trunk sweep away the dust of doubt, and let only clarity, faith, and laughter remain. Boop! You are the rhythm beneath our steps, the pulse that beats through the drum of creation. Let us move as you move, steady, joyful, wise. Let us see as you see, with the eyes of love and wholeness. May your radiant presence guard every traveler through the corridors of change, where the past releases its grip and the future unfolds in shimmering grace. Bless this crossing with your infinite compassion. Bless this new birth with your luminous joy. From the seed of your heart, let new worlds bloom, worlds of kindness, harmony, and divine remembrance. Om Ganapati Namaha. Om Ganapati Namaha. Om Ganapati Namaha. All obstacles dissolve. All paths are clear. All hearts are reborn in love. Ah, 1, 2, 3. Who needs to do something? Oh, Millie, I just cleaned my house to ground today. To just yeah. Lots of Ellie. I was listening to say, in the temples, because it's like also the journey with Ganesha, how he is obviously at marriage, at birth, wherever there's a new beginning. But the way he's brought up with children is also, it's like these stages of development. He's just this sweet, cuddly, cute little elephant in the beginning. Yeah, and he's just the friend that you can kind of tell everything. And it's so weird. I never noticed that he's got an elephant head. He's just kind of so normal. Yeah, and the kiddie drawings. And he's always there. Yeah. And then as the kids get older, he becomes the Lord of Writing. And then he becomes the guardian of science and mathematics and beauty. So he grows with you in his different aspects, the Holy Scribe. And I was listening to something about the temples in India, and they also very much like that. And so if you go and I haven't been, and please God, one day I do get there. So if you look at the temples at the bottom, all the carvings are of animals. I was listening to, what's his name, Praveen Rohan. He's amazing. And he actually did a podcast with Billy Carson, which was like, just jumped on my feed today, which was like, oh, okay, that's really interesting connection, but hey, give it to them. And I did mention it, that he's actually offering anybody that wants to go and work with him with these temple things. In India. He's just quite amazing. But anyway, he said he was pretty much brought up, he played in the temples. I mean, which is just so amazing. And I thought, no, nobody plays in churches. But he would like run around as a small kid into the temples and like climb over the statues, obviously not the big ones, and like play hide and seek. That was his big thing, they would play hide and seek. And he said it was like so interesting because he sees it now as like meditation, like when he was just like a small child, because when you're hiding, you've got to just be absolutely still. And he would just observe the temples and the stuff. You can just see the statues of this little 5-year-old boy playing hide and seek in the temples. And he said they really, it's like why people want to, either you love India or you don't. So many people go back and back and back, or they never ever go there again. But he says the temples are really strange, like they will get you once you get And even though he did like this whole big life and lived in America and studied, like he just couldn't stop. He had to just go. He went on holiday back home, and the temples just got him. And it's not a drug. It's just like this incredible thing that gets you. But the temples, they have all the animals at the bottom. And just never forget, I often keep reminding us because it's such a huge difference that the temples in India are privately made. It's not like the Church of Ganesha is making all the Ganesha temples or the government or whatever. They are just, and you can have a very, very small, some have ashrams attached to them. These are just small things that people do. And it's all private. Whether you do a temple or a whichever temple you feel like doing. And all of those, some of those temples have really got like billions of dollars worth of gold and gems and jewels, which they found, and then there's some that they can't open, but it's rumored that they're there, and they will be there, So this is all private, that has been like given to the earth. And for me, if I find it, I just like to definitely go back to the Vedas. They make so much sense to me, anything I want to find. But yet, as I think I fly all over the place. But I just like to get some kind of grounding and confirmation and some nice stories from there. I was just thinking, there's so much beautiful wisdom woven into that. Just another thing, like we're talking about the incest, I think I could be wrong, but as far as I know, there's only one seriously incestuous story, and that's with Brahma, who created Saraswati, was his daughter, and then he decided to fall in love with her and take her as his own. So that's about, and he's like the Umkulu Kula, the big boss of creation. But other than that, it's not like the Romans who stole from the Greeks. I was doing Roman stuff as well. Twisted they were. No, let's not even go there. So let's just move through this. Pretty pictures. I have to post this for you, PG. Yeah, so it was hard. This was not easy, guys. This was it wasn't easy for either of us at the time. We were really at loggerheads. I think this is when PG went and put toilet paper all over my underwater castle. You naughty boy. Just some of my friends. See, isn't he cute? He's like so cute, Ganesha, with his little things. And then we were working, PG, and I think this was come with part of the I could be with the honey stuff. I call them my boomboos. Oh, my heart. And they shine, not the fairies. Little black children, they shine. Black people shine, and they have this incredible aroma. Oh, wasn't this the Crow Lord? Yes. This was Saturn. Do you remember that, PG? Just some guys that's blessing you along the way. Am I still live? Can everybody hear me? Am I still here? Because I jumped over somewhere else. So PG is definitely the Lord of magic, dream, joy, inspiration, imagination, creativity. Or a little gate for us to go through. This was Nomo stuff, very much the water codes. Oh, then my life started disappearing. Everything went white. This was Ganesha as protecting different eras of life of the temples, from the sacred geometry and the maths, and oh golly, we were working with some, that's little Ganesha for ladies. I think PG made some here as well. And that was my first Ganesha, which is very much like a Ganesha I had. And that's the end of Ganesha for now. So I'm going to read, because I don't know why, I just think it's so important. And remember, Ganesha holds the sacred Om, the sound. He holds a lot. So I found this, the divine bath and the unwelcomed guest. In the celestial abode of Mount Kailash, Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati resided in blissful harmony. Their love for each other was boundless, and their life together was a symbol of devotion. However, a fascinating incident would soon unfold, leading to the birth of Lord Ganesha, the elephant-headed god with one tusk. One day, while Goddess Parvati was preparing for her sacred bath, she instructed Lord Shiva's faithful attendant Nandi, the beautiful white bull, not to allow anyone to enter their dwelling during the ablutions. She wished for complete privacy during this ritual. Shiva's untimely arrival. As fate would have it, Lord Shiva chose this very moment to return to their abode, ignorant of Parvati's bath. He approached their dwelling, expecting to enter. Nandi, who was torn between his loyalty to Shiva and his duty to Parvati, found himself in a perplexing situation. He was unsure of how to handle this predicament. When Shiva reached the entrance and discovered that he was barred from entering, he was initially amused. Parvati, unaware of Shiva's arrival, grew irritated, wondering why Nandi had not followed her instructions. She soon realized that Shiva was at the door, and her annoyance turned into frustration. Parvati could not comprehend why Nandi had not stopped her husband from entering their home. She voiced her complaints to Shiva, who in turn found the situation quite humorous. He was intrigued by the fact that Parvati had instructed Nandi to prevent him from entering his own abode. Parvati's dilemma and her creative solution. Frustrated by the incident, Parvati shared her feelings with her friends, who were also divine beings residing in Mount Kailash. Her friends teased her, asserting that she had no attendant of her own, and that they all considered Shiva to be their true master. These words struck a chord with Parvati, leading her to ponder a solution. One of Parvati's friends suggested a unique idea. To ensure that someone owed their allegiance solely to Parvati and not Shiva, they proposed creating a companion for her. This companion would serve as her loyal attendant, protecting her privacy during her sacred ritual. The birth of a divine son. Inspired by this idea, Parvati decided to proceed. She gathered saffron paste, traditionally used during bathing rituals, from her own body. With this sacred paste, she began to create a handsome and robust young boy. Her love and devotion infused life into the form she had crafted, and the boy came to life in her arms. Overwhelmed with maternal affection, Parvati embraced the boy lovingly. She declared, "You are my son, my very own. I have no one else but you to call my very own." She handed him a staff and gave him a solemn duty to guard the door and allow no one to enter without her explicit permission. The encounter at the door. As time passed, Lord Shiva returned to their abode, unaware of the presence of the newly created boy. As he approached the entrance, the young guardian barred his way, determined to carry out his mother's orders. Shiva, surprised by the boy's appearance and authority, attempted to explain his identity and his rightful place in the dwelling. However, the boy was resolute, declaring, "Halt! No one enters these halls without my mother's permission." Undeterred by Shiva's insistence, The boy used his staff to prevent Shiva from entering. Infuriated by the boy's defiance, Shiva's initial amusement gave way to anger. He decided to engage the boy in combat, believing that he was no ordinary child. Shiva ordered his attendants to seize the boy, but much to their astonishment, the boy single-handedly defeated all of them. Those are the Gandas. News of the battle reached Parvati through her divine friends, who quickly conveyed the events to her. Parvati realized that the boy who had been created to protect her privacy was indeed fulfilling his duty with unwavering dedication. The battle escalated. Shiva, undeterred by his previous defeats, remained determined to enter his abode. He dispatched his entire army to capture the boy. Witnessing her son's valiant struggle, Parvati called upon her divine powers, summoning goddess Kali and Durga to stand by her son's side. Allah, Kali and Durga. Shiva's army, even in its entirety, proved powerless against the combined strength of the Divine Mother-Son duo. Shiva's attendants fled in fear, defeated by the extraordinary prowess of the boy. Those were the Gandas. Shiva recognized the gravity of the situation, sought the assistance of Lord Vishnu in his battle against the young guardian. Vishnu, joining Shiva, engaged in a fight with the boy. The tragic end and the realization. As the battle unfolded, Shiva, in a moment of recklessness, hurled his formidable trident towards the boy. Tragically, the trident found its mark, severing the boy's head from his body. In the aftermath of this devastating act, Shiva realized the gravity of his actions. He was overcome with sorrow and regret. Parvati, upon hearing of the unfair battle that had unfolded, was incensed and determined to bring justice to her son. Parvati's resolve and her conditions. Devastated by her son's untimely demise, Parvati decided to take a drastic step. She resolved to destroy the entire world in her grief and anger. The gods, fearing the consequence of her wrath, intervened, led by Lord Brahma. Brahma humbly approached Parvati, seeking her mercy to save the world from her impending destruction. Parvati, in her anguish, agreed to spare the world on two conditions. First, she declared, my son must be brought back to life, and second, he shall be worshipped before all other gods. Her love for her son was unyielding, and her conditions reflected her deeply maternal devotion. The birth of Lord Ganesha, the elephant-headed god. Shiva, who had now calmed down and realized the magnitude of his actions, consented to Parvati's conditions. He instructed Lord Brahma to journey north and retrieve the head of the first living creature he encountered. Brahma followed Shiva's command and embarked on his mission. Before long, he came across a mighty elephant. Without hesitation, Brahma severed the elephant's head and brought it back with him. Shiva and Parvati, with bated breath, watched as Brahma placed the elephant's head upon the lifeless body of Parvati's son. Resurrection and blessings. Brahma, using his divine power, sprinkled holy water upon the head and body, invoking the blessings of the gods. The miracle unfolded before their eyes as the boy came back to life, now with an elephant's head firmly affixed to his shoulders. Parvati, overjoyed by her son's resurrection, embraced him with boundless love. She then turned to Brahma to fulfill the second condition she had set forth. The gods, including Lord Indra, escorted Shiva to Parvati, where he humbly sought her forgiveness. Shiva apologized for his arrogance and impulsive actions. Acknowledging his mistake, he declared, from this day forward, this valiant boy will be my son. Respected as any other god, he will be worshipped before all other deities and shall be known as Ganesh, the chief of my attendants, as well as Vigneshwar, the remover of all obstacles. With these words, Shiva and Parvati were reconciled, and their divine abode at Mount Kailash once again became a haven of love and devotion. I just love that retelling of it. They got most of it. Oh, what I want to something I just heard as well, that it is a temple, and it's not just one, I think it was quite common, that they would make a statue out of 8 herbs created out of all these powders, and they would make a being. And the temples were healing places, and they would pour water over this statue that had been created out of the herbs and the pastes, and they would give this water to people that were ill. Apparently, individually, the herbs, and I don't know what they are, I'm sure I can go down a little hole and find them, but the herbs were individually, they can be quite toxic, but as this combination of, yet again, our sacred 8 herbs, they actually create a magical concoction. So, there's so much in my brain right now. Just my wobbles, that things need to go back very much to the old new, the old. My insight, big things for today are that as soon as the religion of greed, or the conquistadors, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the British, the Germans particularly, get hold of anything from that was sacred, like cocaine, tobacco, potatoes, corn, opium. These were all very sacred herbs that were used, and were used in medicine, but were very used in sacred ceremony. And unfortunately, they became such like corrupt things in that have been used to make money, and so I don't want to get into it too much because it's a really unpleasant story. I'm sure we'll get into it some other time. But always surrounded by greed, so it's just to really let a lot of the resources of the earth be back, not completely, not absolutely, as in the hands of the wise ones. Well, it's in the hands of the wise ones. That's where we want our resources, instead of like our food, our drugs, our medications, our healing, the frequencies. So we've got a whole troop of people going out, and I have to go, and I've got to go just now because I'm going to go and meditate with the Hopi. Like maybe you didn't know. I'm doing 2 big meditations today. They had a big ceremony over the weekend, which was, so just take that energy of clearing the trauma. So we really don't need to do this trauma. Please, guys, get over it. You're wasting your time. There's so much more we need to do. Robin! Hello, my beautiful one. Oh, Robin just does such beautiful stuff. So, I feel very much like Parvati, and I believe that I know that PG also called on a couple of us out there, to like really just work like together. There's a lot of energy. We don't know what's going on, but we do, if you know what I mean. As I said yesterday, I'm like a lot of people, a few of the really, I'd like to say big players, but they're not the really divine ones that have been holding, have actually gone into meditation for the next 2 months. And when Shiva goes away in all of these stories. He actually goes off to meditate. He goes off into the mountains to medicate. To meditate. He may go and smoke a little bit of his fabulous bong bong because he does smoke, but only the stuff from Mount Kailash. He is a little wild, and in his hair. But remember, we changed the whole. I just saw PLR. I just read beautiful Robin. I read yay victory. So I read strange things because of my eyes. They don't always make everything. So I'm not sure if PG is here anymore. Let's put the guy back with the snake. Oh, this is definitely, I have to send it to him. Because it's... So that's from my side, which he's holding. I have no idea what he's holding. He's got his own stuff. This is so beautiful. But for all of us, just like I said that yesterday, was to let the poop go. And you can do it a few times. Come up with it and then start to create what you want. And keep it simple for now. But keep it focused, huh? Don't jump around. It's really beautiful when you start to you don't want to jump around anymore. You just want to focus on what you got or what you think what you want for now. So PG, we wish you, if you're still here, my love, we're there with you, and I will be going live by God's grace every night, even if I just sit here and do nothing, because I'm not sure where my headspace is. In a just calling on the girls. We've got such an amazing team. The boys and the girls, the women. I mean, I was just wondering, really, because Parvati, I don't think she herself has any weapons. She's Durga and she's Kali, and she changes her form. But I don't think that she has any weapons. Durga has a lot, and that's always reminds me of Grace. Just that, and obviously Kali is all for me very, very early. So when I read that, I must get hold of Grace, and I was thinking it a few days ago, saying, I'm here, we're here, just let's just keep weaving. We don't have to talk with each other, but maybe we do. Maybe I'll send us images or something. I'm not sure where we're going. To be honest, I just know that I'm sitting here and not sure what I'm saying at all. I know that I have a headache. My head is hurting, and that's okay. And I'm wanting to go and have something to eat because my meditation starts in 4 minutes. So I'm loving. I hope that this was helpful to anybody and everybody and made some sense. I just, I love the story. I've done so many darks, like the various stories of Ganesha. And I don't think it was an elephant head, but that just made it more comfortable because an elephant actually looks like one of those octopus things. Oh God, let's just leave all this ancient stuff alone for now because we're going on the new, and PG Atlas is Oh, I like that. Yeah, it is absolutely. My, Like Nina Hagen can sing about her own personal Jesus. I've got my own personal Shiva. I'm so blessed. Wow, that we do. It's like the story's crazy, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. Please, Grace, I'm going to see if we can set up something for tomorrow. At least even just do a Zoom. Because now I'm going off for an hour or two. And I really do want to do that. It's important for all of us. So just continue doing the water. Continue. We all do. We all know what we're doing. I just find it just so beautiful that we're all over the world. And please just call on Ganesha. Call on me. I'm here. Just call on my energy. It's here for a lot of you. Not to play with your stupid trauma. I'm not into that. So just use it wisely. So be responsible with that. Because I know that I do have quite a nice relationship with a lot of things. So we just love you, and we will see you in the wave. That's getting really interesting. So it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just keep. And Victor's gone live. Victor's gone his Discord. So all sorts of new old things are happening again. Timing is absolutely perfect. Oh yeah, Atlas is going to peep out tomorrow. I think she's going past Jupiter, stopping in there for a while. So yeah, energies are getting really interesting. So just look into them. Don't look into them too much. Don't go down too many rabbit holes. Remember to come back, put your feet firmly on the ground, clean your house, play in the garden, eat some good food, fast, pray, be merry. I'm having I just feel so, I've just got these spontaneous bursts of gratitude all day. Here we go, off we go with my little guru. Okay, my blessed lovely ones, love you all so much. Love you, Grace. You're doing such beautiful work. Thank you. Really appreciating a lot of that. Thank you. Because God, it's been a long journey. It's been a hard one to hold so much as well. And thank you, not just for now, but thank you so much for being there so much, Grace. So much. So much. I think you know that. Very, 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 very dear to me. My beautiful sister. Love you all, everybody. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you tomorrow. I will, even just as I said. Pleasure. Love you all so much. Bye.